Hello everyone, welcome back to an episode of City Bus Manager with me, Tops. Last episode we left off with, well, let's get into it straight away. We unlocked Sutton and Howleth. I think that's how you pronounce it. I know there's no L, so it might be Howleth. I'm going to say Howleth. And yeah, we've got the new depot over here, which we have a look over here. We have the N6, the 27B, the H3, and the 6. And I think that is the only 4 buses that we've got on this depot at the moment, which is good because we're progressing more. But we need 3 more buses at least to run the rest of today's buses. But we're fine. If we go over to the actual depot, we've got 36 buses in total. 34 buses in total, sorry. And we're all the way up to the 19th bus of our single decker long wheelbases, where we're going to get 25, so it'll be 0, 1, 2, 4, because we start off at obviously 0, 100. So yeah, we've got a lot of that to do today. And we're also probably going to look at expanding east as well, because obviously we're freeing up buses here. Like, we've got a double decker there with nothing on, we've got another double decker there with nothing on, got another double decker there with nothing on, another one. We've got plenty of buses now that we need to, or routes unlocked that we need to start expanding. Expanding the map. So there is that to do today. Obviously, we've kept up with bus routes being updated and upgraded. A lot of these bus routes still get absolutely rammed, and at the moment, there's nothing really we can do. Because there's buses available, they're just not being added to the route. So if we look at all of these tomorrow, they're all being scheduled, but there's no one's using the double deckers if they need to. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. But yeah, we need to get, like I say, 3 buses today. We want to hopefully today fill out the rest of the new depot, the Harristown depot, Harristown garage. Being up here, and we're basically just waiting and getting money coming in. Like I say, we've got 166 buses in the main depot, which we may upgrade again in the future. I'm not sure yet. We've got things available. We've got an environmental day coming up as well, so that is good. And yeah, we're just, like I say, we're slowly progressing through. Now, like I say, these bus routes are doing really well. And a lot of the other bus routes are just getting absolutely packed and rammed. So, like I say, I'll bring you back when we get some more buses coming into this depot. And hopefully we can also, if we go to our main depot, we'll go into research, and we're going to research, not expanding company premises, we're going to expand west. So we'll get that expanding, make sure our employees are in for this. And I'll bring you back when we've either got more buses coming out or we've got the expansion ready. And we are back. We've unlocked, well, more to the east of the map. West, sorry. We also need to send our researchers home. And we've also been able to add those extra few buses on, so we're no longer oversubscribed for buses and services. Now, first things first is I need to do the line 20, the line 9, sorry. I need to extend this to add in the last little bit that I wasn't able to add into, which obviously is from here. So if we go into the line #9, we can edit route. I can find where we are, which is here. Scrolling a little bit and just getting these last few bus stops. I believe it's just as simple as doing this. And go down a little bit more. And then I think this is the turnaround point. Make sure we get that sorted. I can probably delete this waypoint and make sure we do the return journey. And then I'm going to have to edit the bus route to allow for these extra few stops, which quite literally is only a handful of stops that we needed to add in. But we've got the line 9 completed. I need to obviously change the number from the hashtag. And then we can also update the bus route as well. We go all the way down and scroll down to the bottom. We can obviously take away the ones after the turnaround point. And then just make sure we paste them in. The right one. Edit these ones to go from there. And they're taking about 90. No, not reset. I wanted to paste and paste. So they take about 97 on one and 95 on the other. So that basically means we'll have to run them every 25 minutes during the day, then every 50 minutes in the evening. 5 and 50 and 50. However, I don't want them to be at the same time. And have I already? Yeah, I've already done that, so it works. So that works. Let's continue that. That makes sure that's done. Make sure it's renamed to take the hashtag out. I know I need to upgrade the bus stop at the end as well, but that'll be going from tomorrow. And if we set all the buses on, that is perfect. So that's the 9 all sorted out. I don't think we've got any other hashtags that we can move over, but we can see. So the 16, that goes down, so we can't do that. And the 14 is down, and the 42 is up. So yeah, we don't have any more buses that go further east, west, sorry. Although we can probably look at adding new routes in, which I believe we're going to add a new route in now, which will be the N4. So let me get all that sorted in, and I will bring you back once that route is all implemented. And we are back. So they're all set in. It's just under 90 minutes one way and just under 90 minutes the other way. So they're every 30 minutes. We do obviously need to do the upgrades for the priority, not only for this one, but for the number 9. Probably number 9 first. But yeah, it's a route that works. We've got it set up to run. Let's have a look. We've got it to run during the day every half an hour, in the evening every 90 minutes. So it's going to be back and forward. The evening, the weekend buses can change routes as well. That'll be a lot of help. We still need to upgrade the bus stops for it. So have a quick look here. This one to do as well that we didn't do from the last route. And then this bus route as well, which is just about there. Probably need to do some upgrades as well. There we go. Perfect. So we've got another bus route added in. We've already done a timetable for it, so it's all scheduled in as well. That's a nice little add-on route as well. Well, like I say, we're going to start looking at expanding more routes. Only getting more buses to this depot, which at the moment, like I say, we've got 48, which means I am a few away from starting off getting double-deckers in that depot as well. But we've been able to add that bus route in. There is a lot of other bus routes that are lower bus routes that are... I think they come around here. Some go around the park. We will be adding them in as well as the time goes on, and we probably will add them in some today. But at the moment, like I say, we're just slowly building them up and adding more in. So the more buses we can add on here, the more bus routes we can shift over to there. We'd be in the 83 being the next big one that we do that for. And yeah, like I say, just slow progression. We're getting to 116, 200 is when we can then get our final bus for this depot. Make sure they're the correct bus routes, get them purchased and in. And yeah, these are definitely the last two buses. So we've got the 23, the 123. In fact, it's the 0123, and then obviously we've got the 124 as well. And now we have 10 buses remaining in this depot before we upgrade it to the full length, which is another 210k to upgrade that. But we can start getting double deckers in this route, in this depot. So that's what we're going to be working towards as well. But yeah, like I say, right now we're just slowly adding in these extra buses and progressing further through. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to look at adding in another bus. So let me have a look for another bus stop, another bus route, sorry, and we'll get that added in as we go as well. And we are back. So I've added in another new bus route, the 26. It goes from the town centre bus stop, Marion Square, all the way over to a bus plaza, Liffey Valley Bus Plaza, and it goes around the bottom with that, which is nice. Obviously, we're going to upgrade the bus route to add that in. We're going to upgrade it to make sure it's all that, and it's also, we're missing buses for it. We need 2 more buses, but if we're able to get a few more buses on this depot, we might be able to switch over another route, and that will help us a lot on that front. So if I have a look over bus routes tomorrow, we've got we've got 1 bus spare. We know we want to move over the 83. If I switch this over to the Harriston depot, edit the timetable, make sure all these are Harristown, and then we'll just see where we are at with the amount of buses we need tomorrow. If we all depots, we're missing 20, and a lot of them are drivers. And a lot of them are buses, actually, as well. We can fix some of the driver issues by just going in and looking at skill. Hiring some there. Just keep going backwards and forwards. So we've got 69 bus drivers now. So it looks like we've got a bus driver for every bus. We just need more buses, which it looks like we need 9 buses total, which is going to be interesting to do. Especially since the next bus we're getting is the 400s, and they're 7,000 each. If we do that, it's 1, 3, 4, 400. So hopefully I can get at least 2 for tomorrow, and then we might be pushing it for the rest. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Like I say, we're adding all the new bus routes into tomorrow. 2 new runs. I've not even gone through and upgraded any bus stops, which I have now. But yeah, I'll bring you back when it comes to tomorrow. We'll hopefully have a few more buses in the depot. And we're just going to keep trying to push through and get as many buses as we can. And the environmental day hopefully should help as well. And we're back. So I did a sneaky thing. I refinanced all of our loans. I got rid of all. I basically got rid of the cheapest one, got it back, more money. Same with all of them, and we were able to get 4 buses out of it. So it works out the way. So you basically I just basically got rid of all the loans, paid off a loan, got the money, got another loan, paid off that loan, another loan with that loan, and just refinanced all the way up to be able to have 4 more buses. If we look at tomorrow's timetable now, we're only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buses, and double deckers are getting utilised straight away. So that is amazing. We should have those buses ready for tomorrow as well. So, like I said, it's just a matter of these buses are going to start getting extra shifts on. If you have a look at the depot, we're still getting, there's 2 double-deckers there at least, with nothing on. There's a long wheelbase. There's 2 long wheelbases, 3 long wheelbases, 1 non-long wheelbase as well. So we've got basically enough to add in another route if needs be. And don't forget, and I did remember to edit the timetables to add Tuesdays back on of the bus routes we're adding in. As well, and obviously we've upgraded all the bus stops, and yeah, we've been doing well. I've even had time to go and purchase some replacement parts because we're running low on replacement parts. They should come tomorrow. With that being said, do we have any broken buses? We've got 1, which is a brake pad, and we've luckily got a brake pad that we can replace that with right now. So yeah, we're keeping on top of everything. We've been able to make sure everything is running smoothly. Then don't let the overtime situation. Are you in the main depot? You are. Probably do with getting a few more bus drivers, but I just don't know how that's going to work at the moment because we also need to get some. We're not going to get any more buses, I don't think. Maybe 2 more at the maximum. But apart from that, we're doing pretty well with the managing everything. Yeah, so I'll bring you back tomorrow. We also got another thing from the mayor. There's going to be a change in accommodation demand, so that's going to help with pushing these extra new bus routes and buses. So we'll have to see how all that goes tomorrow. And we are back. Start of the day. Our new bus routes are getting buses sending, going straight to where they're going to start. Some of us got double deckers on. We do have some double deckers on some of these new bus routes. Like I say, this is the 6. Oh, it's the H3 that's got the double decker on this morning. Interesting. But yeah, it's going well. Like I say, they'll take some time to pick up, but for the time being, it's going to do well. It's going to do very well, I think. We're still getting not enough free seats, which is annoying. We're going to have a lot of that over the next few days, especially with the environmental days plus the high demand for accommodation. So we'll have to see how that goes. I just realised with the high demand for accommodation, I should have put sightseeing capacity up, but there's nothing I could really... I completely forgot. What are you doing over here? Are you double backing on yourself here? What bus route's this again? The 26. We can also add in the 27 technically as well. So let's edit the route. So it goes Cuts Road, Cover Hill. And I think it's just technically on the side. If we move it to that Cover Hill. And then on the way back, we move it to that Clover Hill. Get rid of that one. Yeah, then it's not doing the double back. That's what the issue was there. That should hopefully even save it a little bit of time off the bus route one way. We'll see how that turns out because obviously I need to now get rid of that on that one. It's gone down to 54 minutes, 58, 56 minutes. And then here, down to 48. So even better. It runs every 60 basically. Well, it runs every 30 and 60. So that should be a lot better. That'll help with that. And they're getting quite busy, to be fair, straight off the bat. The first bus routes. Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting bus route to be that busy. But then again, like I say, it's probably the change for accommodation, the accommodation one, because like we're doing 1.5 million in sightseeing, which we could have done a lot more today if I had realised and put the times up of all the buses, but I completely forgot. So there's not anything. Oh, I can actually do stuff. I can actually add some extra bus routes in those services, so we can have a look. We'll have a look at that. Throughout the day, because obviously we've not got any bus. We do have some buses going on there at the moment. But throughout the day, we'll probably just like inject an extra bus in here and there. Like, it's just absolutely all of the red bus stops coming around here. So let's insert additional bus straight away. Go that one. Can we insert another additional bus? That'll be for the peak times as well. We'll wait half an hour before we add another bus in. But we're getting money coming in now, so we can actually start on the next one as well. Insert additional bus now. That's going to be till 9 till 4:30. And we're going to get money to get more ones up here. Hopefully we get these ticked off as well, because that'll be a lot of money for another bus as well. That'll be a great lot more money to fill up this depot. Hopefully even improve the depot. Why is that running late? That changed service, or was it running late one way? I'm sorry, we can't do any trip requests. Burn 83 here running late. Yeah, you can go on holidays to get back, that's fine. We'll insert another additional bus while we can. That'll be going for a little bit longer. We can go into our into our depot and get at least another 2 doubles. Get these numbered up as well, so there'll be 04, D0104, and then 5, even though it's technically the 6th. How we do our number in as usual. And then it's just a matter of this depot. We go with 3 short so far. Fine with us. Going back onto this depot, and we'll do our final insert additional bus. Oh, we've got one more bus we can add on. So we'll give it a little bit more time coming through, and then we'll add another one in. And these should hopefully get very busy. Because they're going from a train station after all, so we would hope it would be busy. Insert one more. There you go, that'll be till 7. So it normally finishes. Yeah, so they're basically going to be for the period of time, the busy period. It does technically. Oh, and it's going to go to the whole route as well. It's going to go the Saturday route. So it'll go from 8 till 11:30, basically 8 to 11:30 round, and then it will conclude at Pierce Street and end up driving back round to Houston Street. Yeah, we need to get more in. I didn't realize the time was going through, so let's purchase at least 2 more. Make sure these are numbered up. These should be able to get added straight onto the services as well. And then I think we've got 2 more, and then we're full on this depot, maybe. 2 more. Go 107. Insert. And now we just need to get at least another 1 bus in there to get this last shift on. Should be good. Should be very good once all that's in place. How is the extended 9 doing? It's doing good, to be fair. If you have a look at bus routes, it's getting busy, but that could just be because the day we're on. with the demand for accommodation. Could just be that. But it's good. It is very good. We now should have enough to get another bus. So now we've got one more bus that we can get, and then we've got to not only get more drivers, which we can have a look at now. Do we have any drivers? Or we could hire there, and no more. Make sure that. There we go. That's now set up, and then we're, like I say, one bus away to have that depot filled. So, well, that depot's nearly filled already. But we're one bus more away to get that filled, to then do another update. The selling the tickets is going pretty well. The reach so many weekly ticket holders is not going too well. Hopefully with these extra extensions, these extra bus routes that we are adding in, will mean we can add more people in. How are we doing actually on our normal depot when it comes to buses? Are we still, a few buses don't have shifts on? Yeah. So we could look at doing maybe the 27, like adding in the full 27 route, because at the moment we've got the A and the B, so maybe add the 27 normal. That'll be good. We do have this route to add on, and then, like I say, we're probably just going to look at maximizing the rest of the routes, and that one did go onto the right shift as well. If we go to tomorrow and we assign to all depots, yeah, we're sorted for the amount of buses we have. And the double deckers are all getting utilised straight away as well. That's really good. But yeah, the 27, the regular 27, we could look at probably adding soon. I just don't think we're going to have the buses to cover it just yet. But as we're starting to add more bus routes in and expanding things, we're definitely going to be able to add things in along the way. How much will we be making each? We've been making about 7,500 each day. We're going to probably double that at least today, maybe triple it, just because of the demand for accommodation. Get onto a normal depot. We've got no open tops available, so we can't add in any more to there, but they're all being utilised, and it still looks like it's getting absolutely rammed as well. So that's going to be an interesting one. Some of these are just like back to back, so they're probably not the best spread out, but a bus is a bus, and it's running as it's running. And now we just, like I say, need 210 to get that upgrade. And then we're going to need a lot more drivers as well. But we're doing well. We're doing well. Everything when it goes towards the city just gets rammed. There's nothing we can do there. Let's hit 210. Got that upgrade gone. Any bus stop upgrades need going through? No? There we go. Well, that's good. We're going to probably hit these, like I say. We're just going to keep focusing on expanding the buses in this depot. And hopefully even getting one of these routes on. I think probably the 19 might be the best one to do next. We have a look at the 19. And we go... Edit timetable. We need at least 6 buses for this route. So as soon as we get a few more buses in this depot, we should get that covered to be able to move them over. What I'm going to do is let it run for today. I'll bring you back tomorrow, and we'll see how many buses we've been able to add on, maybe finish some of these tasks, and go from there. And we are back, and we're starting off in the morning with yet another brand new bus route that we've added in. The 20, obviously we did the 26 before, which is starting today. we now have the 27, which is a very long bus route, all the way down from the bottom up to the top here. And I've even split it so buses terminate and start here in the... Basically, they start about 3:15-ish, 5:15-ish, sorry, each end. And then the nearest time to that, buses start here going left and right, going down and up as well. So there is that to help. So they're every half an hour during the day, every 60 minutes in the evening, and then the last bus will terminate here to go straight to the depot, going both ways. I think that's probably the best way to do the buses as they are. And I hope that that will help with how the bus routes run. It was an expensive bus route just to do the first upgrade as well on the bus priority. So we'll hopefully see how that comes along. Obviously, it's going to get packed very quickly because it's going to have the most number of buses on very quickly as well. But that is obviously a good bus route to have. If we follow along here, you will see it's already full. Now, that's probably because, like I say, it's the change in accommodation, environmental day. The majority of buses are going to get full just because of how that works as well. But it goes basically north to south. It's technically northeast to southwest. But it runs, it goes round. It's a really good bus route that we've added. So we'll see how it all runs and goes. As we're starting to get into 7 a.m, we're going to start sending out some additional buses again into the Dublin bus route because I forgot to sort that schedule out. As long as they're all running throughout the day, that's the main thing. We've hit the ticket target. That means we can go and buy at least 2 more buses again. Yeah, perfect. So we're up to 15 buses now. 15 double-deckers in this depot. So we're definitely going to have to up the drivers as well as when we can. But it means we should be able to move over another bus route as well to this depot. As we do, that'll shuffle them about, so they should get used. Yeah, they get used this evening on a route, which is great. But yeah, we've been good with all the buses and all the bus routes. I've not actually seen if we ran out of data yesterday. It looks like we didn't, so that's good. Saturdays and Sundays, we have to drop that down just so we save a bit more money. And obviously, as we keep going throughout the day, we're going to have to insert additional buses for the tourist bus route. But it's good. We're doing very well with how these bus routes are running. And how many buses we actually have on each route. Like this one right now, this bus is getting absolutely packed going both ways. Yes, it's the only bus route that runs that way, but I didn't think it was going to get this busy this quickly. Probably just because of the environment days and accommodation, it all settled down afterwards. That bus has now gone out, which means we can insert another additional. We're basically just doing it every few hours. We're going to add in a new bus. Not only that is obviously buy new buses as well as we go through the day. But we're basically now the focus is to fill this depot up with buses, with drivers, and obviously then assigning routes to them. And with all that, it'll be just a really good shift. Like I say, how many? There's not that many. So we've got 83. How many buses do we have? 56. So yeah, we definitely need to get more bus. Yeah. How we're actually doing on bus fleet, because it said then 15, 25, 16, and then we're going to end up having those to a 40, and that'll be 60. So that's how we're going to divvy it up between the external depots. So they still have a some smaller buses, some larger buses. The majority of larger buses, but obviously it's just how it goes with everything. And add that extra bus on. I've got 3 more that I can do. We're just gonna wait throughout the like half an hour of the day go past, then we'll assign a route and keep going like that. Obviously, you can see them getting packed already. There's one here that's packed. There should be another one coming through. It's green. And is it going to get busy as it goes round? Yeah, it gets busy around here. So that is another one. Gets busy throughout the day. That bus is about to go. And then we'll let it go past for an hour and a bit, and we'll add another bus on. Like I say, I want them to try and be spread out a bit more and just run the network as we can. It would have been good to have actually just changed the times of how we've done it all, but I completely forgot to do that. We've got the 2 buses doubling up here, which is not good. There's nothing really we can do when that happens. They end up getting a lot of money though, but we got nearly 1 million yesterday, not the double the amount that I thought we were going to do. As for passenger numbers, obviously we were focusing on 400,000 throughout the day on a normal day, and then 520,000 nearly we got yesterday, which was an absolute insane number. Let's insert that last additional bus. And that should be them all running throughout the day. And we've already got more money to buy more double deckers in here as well. So, been quite a lot happening over the past few days, and a lot more buses coming through. And obviously, the more buses we get, like I say, we just keep progressing and keep growing the network. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Possibly 6 buses, maybe more. These are the only ones I've had to look at. There's probably possible 6 bus routes that I can add to our map as they are already. Make sure I do that just in case they need to assign them onto the double deckers. Assign all there, and then we're missing one, but I shuffled it about. We'll sort it out tomorrow. But go to this depot. We're missing 1 bus on a route, 2 buses on a route, 3 buses on a route, 4 buses on a route, 5, 6, 7. That means we can probably go 19. Switch it out to the Harristown depot. Make sure it's on Harristown. Double check that because sometimes it doesn't save, because we've got the new ones where you can set each individual route onto a different bus into a different depot. Make sure all these are reset. And we're missing 1 in Harristown bus. We are. Well, that's good. That's good. We can add. That means we've added another bus route to this depot, and we're just going to keep adding to them as well. Like I say, we're probably going to do all the ones that go from the airport, because it's the closest one to the airport. It just makes sense to add all the bus routes from the airport to there, and hopefully they're going to end up being double deckers and not these small size buses, and they just get packed anyway. But they're just constantly moving and moving around. It's a very, very busy depot, and just very busy buses all in all. We've nearly hit another target here that we've got. Carry so many passengers. We're going to hit that today, definitely. And we've just gone over 20 buses, 20 double deckers here. So we're just constantly progressing forward. Go. Make sure I reset them, shuffle them back onto a route. They're not them onto the No, I didn't. We got to TTI them. There we go. Probably won't end up getting used today, but they are there anyway. But yeah, they're all sorted for tomorrow. And that's going to be great. So, like I say, we're just constantly progressing. We've got 40 more buses to add to that depot. And the best thing for me to probably do right now is just let the next few days run its course. Because everything's just going to get more hectic and busier and more buses. And yeah, it's going to do well, though. We're doing very well. We've gone back up to 70% of the population wanting to use the transport. Especially adding these extra routes in help a lot there. So with that all being said, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time a new video goes live. And yeah, like I said, with that all being said, thanks so much for watching. I do hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time for the next video.